Okay, so here are the 5 things that I made, and I really am in love with all of this. So the first one is a little handbag, gift bag. How cute is this? So what I've done, I've created a template for this one, which you can download from craftworld.com, and just trace around it and create your own little handbag. So I done my closure on magnets. It's completely invisible, hiding underneath those papers or cardstock, but you can also use Velcro dots to do the closing on these. I really love using magnets for these, but have used Velcro dots before, and they're absolutely fine as well. Now I've used red cardstock for the base. I used some of the printed pattern papers on the back and the front of the bag. And for the top flap, I went with a white base, and then I created my own pattern paper in there. So I used the script writing stamp and heat embossed with gold embossing powder on random locations just in there. And then I added some lumberjack plaid ink splatters. I'm not sure if you can pick up on that. And also inked up all the edges with lumberjack plaid. Stamped, heat embossed and colored in this lovely poinsettia image. I used the watercolor brush pens by Sentimentally Yours to do that. I added some gold glitter in the middle of each poinsettia, which is the Your Carriage Awaits by Wow, it's sparkles. And I popped this up on foam to attach it to the bag. Finally, I created a little tag with one of the sentiments from the stamp set and tied it onto the side of the bag with red ribbon. And it is so cute, so easy to make, and I really enjoyed creating this one. I love making handbag gift bags, and this is really nice. It was lovely to sit down and just create a new template of my own that I haven't created yet before, and just to work away at this. Really cute. My second make is a bottle wrap. So this fits a wine bottle, which I haven't got here now. I had it in here when I was making this. So I have an acetate strip which is 2 inches wide, and then I created these 1/4 of an inch strips of cards which I have double-sided tape attached to the back of it, and I just, in a crisscross pattern, I added all along that acetate strip, which I think is 10 inches in long, but I was measuring it to the bottle that I had here in the house. You can of course make this any length that you need, because some bottles are wider, some are much narrower. So I used this gorgeous stamp, the frame stamp, and I'm not sure if you can pick up on all that gorgeous sparkle, but I used black ink and clear sparkle embossing powder to start off. Then I added some diamante glitter to the snowflakes, because I also added some green, stardust green glitter to the swirls and to the little branches around the poinsettias. It is so pretty. I stamped and heat embossed the sentiment and the little foliage, and then just added some rhinestones to it as well. I attached this just to the acetate wrap, and I also added this strip of card you can see in there just to reinforce it from the inside as well, and that finishes it off. It's very easy to make, and you could also create matching ones to wrap around candles for table decorations, or little table favors candles. You could add a person's name as placeholders around the candle. So there's so many lovely things you could do with this one. I really love this frame. It is really nice. So for project number 3, I've created this cute little box measuring 4.5 by 4.5 inches and 3/4 of an inch in width. I also have a template created for this one. It's almost like a guide, really, on what way to score and cut away pieces from an 11 by 6 and 3/4 of an inch of a white card. And then once everything was scored and cut away as shown on the template or on the guide, I added mats and layers or just mats, sorry, just one pattern paper mat to the front and all to the sides. Then I cut an aperture onto the front and a silver frame to go around it. I added acetate behind this window. Now at this point all this was folded down flat, so box wasn't assembled yet, so it was very easy to add my acetate behind that window. Then I assembled the box, stamped, heat embossed and colored in the poinsettia, which I added 2 layers of. So I did that on 2 layers, and I cut away the outer leaves and petals from one, and I just added it on top of that one, just for that lovely dimensional effect. I stamped, heat embossed the stars and the swirls, and I added glitter to them, arranged them all in that corner, and then I stamped, heat embossed the sentiment, and I just glued it onto the back wall so it shows through the box. I think this would be perfect for jewelry or for, likes of cookies for your co-workers. I really think it's such a lovely, cute little box, and I love that paper. I love the color of that. So project number 4 is not entirely finished, because I created a tag. So I was asked to make a tag in amongst these, and I haven't got my hole punch at home. I left it at work, so I'm gonna have to go tomorrow morning to go into work, finish off with a hole punch and an eyelet, and then just thread a ribbon through. But other than that, the tag is finished. I love how this one turned out. Measures 4 by 6 inches. And then I measured 1.5 inches on each side, 1 inch on the top, and I just cut a die at an angle between those marks. And then I repeated the same process to a cardstock that was again white and just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the 4.5 on the outer side there. I ink blended all of these 4 different colors. It was Rustic Wilderness, Lucky Clover, Saltwater Taffy, and Lumberjack Plaid. White heat embossed these lovely reindeer and some of the snowflakes, and I added lots of acrylic splatter. I'm not sure if you can pick up in there. The lighting is not great in here. It's quite late in the night now that I'm recording this. Then I've cut out some snowy hills. I think there's 1, 2, 3 all together, and I added glitter on top of each of those and stamped the sentiment onto this bottom widest one. I glued them on top of each other, and this top layer here is actually popped up on foam pads. And then I just took this colorful tag and I adhered it to this white one. And yeah, that finishes it off, other than the little hole that I need to punch through tomorrow morning. How cute is this? I really love this reindeer image. It's so magical looking. I really love how this tag turned out. I don't make tags often enough, I don't think, because this is so pretty. And this would look nice on a card as well, on the front of a card, I think. And my last project is a gift box as well. So this one says sending lots of Christmas cheer, and it looks like this. So I can open it up like that, and you can see how lovely and roomy this is. So the box in here measures 3.5 by 3.5 by 3.5 inches, and this wraparound is 4 inches wide. So there's a slight lip, you can see, on the 3 sides, but it is glued right to the back in there. So it is so pretty, and it is really sturdy, because there's so many layers of cardstock. There's 3 layers of the white, and then the pattern paper in there on either side in there, and then it's glued to the back as well. So it is really lovely and sturdy, and I added mats and layers onto this wrap around the box as well, using my cola glue, which will make it really nice and strong as well. So I used the postage stamps in there, sending lots of Christmas cheer, and some of these envelope stamps. How cute are those? So I used some circle die cuts just to add the decoration onto the top, and some green ribbon, which I thought matched the colors very well, to wrap and tie it around the box. So these are the 5 gift packaging ideas that I've created. So number 5, number 4 was the tag, number 3 is this box, number 2 was the bottle wrap, and number 1 this gorgeous gift bag. So do let me know which one is your favorite, if you like any of these, and if you would create any of these. I'd love to read your comments and your thoughts on these. I will be back very soon with another tutorial. Until then, bye.